from the Colosseum in Spain. It's a beautiful day. It got some cloudy. It's almost like the storm is coming over the Colosseum. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a storm brewing. Like baby blue skies. There's like this gray cloud coming ominously over the situation. Yeah, of course, more mini bikes. Always so loud when I'm talking. I'm a little annoyed this morning. I'm a little hungover this morning. That's right. Your boy Saint had 4 beers last night. 2 at one place, 2 at another. And the short king got stumped. That's right. For the first time in my life, your boy Marky Saint just found out that he's a short king. And I was shocked by it. I have to talk about it. I'm not lying. Last night was a really cool event. I was out and about. I fucking been working all day yesterday. I put in over 20 different smoke shops. I must have walked over 30,000 steps. I don't have one of those, what are they called when you can count your steps? A podiatry? No. I don't know. Anyway, one of those things that counts your steps. A pedal. Bipedal? No. Anyway, my brain's not really working today. I need to smoke some weed. I got a hangover. I took some paracetamol and European aspirin. And I got plenty of water here, and I need to chill the fuck out and have a conversation about attraction and desire and motivation. And you know, it's the morning motivation, so let me get some motivation in me because my head's hurting. But more so than my pride, I have never in my life felt short. I just didn't. I don't know what happened or why my mentality, or maybe it's my ego. Or I've been around football players, wrestlers, people that were bigger than me. Obviously, I know there are people that exist that are taller than me, but I didn't feel like they were that much taller than me, usually like a head taller than me, and that's what happened last night. I went out, going out, walked all the way back into town, came back, my phone was dead. It's like an hour walk, literally. I walked all day, then I walked an hour home to charge my phone, get a shower, and go back out. Get back out, 11, 12. Well, 11, took me an hour to walk back into town after walking all day, my feet killing me. And I saw these girls by this graffiti, and I said, go ahead, take your photo. And I'm like, you guys want a shot together? Sure will. And they're like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going to this club. She's like, where's a good time? I'm like, you never heard of Sabotage? She's like, we both live here for a year, and I've never heard of Sabotage. And I was like, what? Really? That's fucking crazy. You know, I'm like, I've only been here a week, and I already know a club, and you don't? Fucking hilarious. So they followed me in. We're in the line. I'm chopping it up. They got their friend, guess used to be their neighbor in Germany, and she's got a kid, and we're kind of hitting it off. And I see her kid on the phone, and she's recording, and I'm making faces, and we're all together. And I called them the pilot, which was the German hierarchy, the one that was kind of in charge making it happen. Second husband was the nickname for the other one because she ended up like hitting on all these dudes and finding like a second husband, maybe like 5 husbands we were counting. I like your look. Yeah, good look. And then there was the 5th husband, and then the other one was what you call it, nicknamed or something, Stranger Danger, because she was just quiet, but she was laughing at my jokes, and she's like, oh, I'm your husband for the night. Oh, okay, yeah, 1 husband, that's all you really need. We walk over to go get her. She's like, I'm getting down the stage to go get her, and walk up, and all the tall Italian guys that were talking to us outside, he's a whole foot taller than me, and within 30 seconds was making out with her. Like, she was already talking in his ear. He already had the hands on the hip. They kind of pair bonded, and boom, a full-on, what? I can't believe that. They're like, we're married. Our husbands are at home, and like, watching the kids, and then here comes makeout session, and that's what dawned on me. It completely dawned on me that that's what's happening in our lives, is that, good morning, that attraction trumps everything, bro. It doesn't matter what you say. If you feel attracted and bonded to it, emotions lead the way. It doesn't matter if is rapport. It doesn't matter if it's friendship. Women about their loyalty is because bitches switch up. And the only way I could think that she switched up was because he was taller than me. And it didn't matter that I've been there for hours. It didn't matter. I didn't buy drinks. They bought me 1 beer, but you know, it didn't matter that I was being friendly, that I was being safe, all the things that I work on. All that shit went right out the window. She could have been making out with a fucking serial killer. It didn't matter. Thanks, traffic. You guys suck. Let me light my blunt. And that shocked me. I actually had to call some of my friends and go, "Am I short?" Like she's like, "You're not short." I'm 5'7". Apparently that's 160, 170 centimeters. I'm not sure. I don't ever measure in centimeters, but my brother's taller than me. I think he's 5'10", almost 6 foot. He's the tall, skinny, better looking version of me. And I hope he gets as much pussy as this guy gets, because I was sitting there just going like, wow, you don't have to build value. Your value was inherent in your genetics. I have to walk all day, every day to work and scrape to get my life to where it is. You just have to show up to the club wearing a t-shirt, not even a button down, and bitches are on your hip making out with you. I was shocked. I was just so shocked. I wasn't jealous because it's happened to me before. I gotta tell you, I didn't know this chick that well, and I wasn't that into her, but I figured that's the one I'm gonna get, right? No, that's not the one I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get the one that's attracted to me. And that's just facts of life. I didn't really realize it, but it's like attraction damn near trumps everything. No wonder why women are vying for power and injecting their lips and doing all sorts of weird shit. My buddies were showing me. My brain is telling me that it's fake. My brain is registering that that's not what I want. Now, for girls, they might say that's what I want, but before they even know it, they're choosing things that emotionally register for them. They're literally making choices like, oh, that's so cute, let me get that dog. And you're like, are you responsible enough for a dog? Can you afford a dog? Do you even have an apartment? These kind of questions go right out the fucking window, and it says, I want. And that's what we do. We're like, I want, so I take. And I'll tell you the time it happened to me. Good old Raw nightclub in Las Vegas. Leilani and I walked past each other, turned around, and started making out. To my short kings, I ended up making out with this chick faster than this dude did. They were kind of talking and shit, but 30 seconds. No, let's say 5 minutes. Me and her just started making out immediately. It's the only time it's ever happened to me in my life where I just saw another human I never met before and started kissing them. But I was shocked, dude. I was just shocked, and I had to call my friends and talk to him. And he's like, well, now you know. I have a friend who goes by Short Boxer, and shout out to my boy Dominic. Ever since we went to UNLV boxing, I don't know what his height is, but he's short, and I get it. But he said, no, you don't get it. You don't get it, bro. I told you. He has some chick that lives with him, and she's got 1 or 2 kids. I'm not sure, but he put her up. She doesn't have to pay rent. He takes care of these kids. It costs him. But he also has somebody that's taller than him and actually tolerates his shortness. That in itself, that loyalty, and it might not even be loyalty. It might be using them. I'm not quite sure. Don't hate on me, Dominic. I know you watch the show. And last night I already told him this is what the show is going to be about. I'm going to go on a fucking hour rant about being short, but from my perspective, it's never hesitated me. It's never stopped me from opening any doors, walking into any spots, talking to some girls. But then I realized, some women walk by like they don't see human beings, like you're a non-entity. And I never understood that. I'm like, what is that? But then it works out that in their brain, that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm not going to look at the Coca-Cola because I'm not looking for Coca-Cola. And if you're looking for a tall glass of something to drink, well, that was that Italian man that night. He was a tall glass of fucking white wine, and she fucking went after it. And I couldn't fucking believe it. In my hearts of hearts, I was just like, there was nothing. And she didn't know his religion. She didn't know how much money he made. None of that. All that trumped was just attraction. And boom, they were hardcore making out in front of all of us. I took off. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was time to go, but my buddy was like, you should have probably hung around, not taking it so personally, waited around for maybe she that was just that moment. And I was like, nah, bro, I never take second place, bro. I'm not after the hand-me-downs. I'm not after, oh, you didn't want to have my child. I'm not after quitters, bro. I'm not after people that quit on me. And that's just what I see. And it's one of those things that produces loyalty, or maybe it's the Taurus in me, Plaza de Toro behind me. But I don't want second place. I don't want hand-me-downs. I don't want your sloppy seconds, bro. I want to be chosen and kept. And that's something that I always kind of noticed, that I've always kind of dated women that were a little bit shorter than me. I've had girls that were taller than me. Terry, she was she was fucking on the UNLV black basketball team. She, not that it's a basketball team, sorry. She was tall black girl, dark as night, man. And we dated. I don't remember for how long, not very long, because I went back to my blonde, petite, fucking high school love. But my point was just that, living in that lifestyle, and having dated people that were taller than me, and realizing that people have preferences and they have attractions, and I just didn't realize that it just trumped everything. It doesn't matter. All systems go when you when you go into the club. That's why we don't want our women going into the club without us, because then they acted all single. And Miss I married had about 5 different husbands that night. One of the Italian guys, then it was dancing with some random dude on the floor. Then she went dancing with the other dude on the floor. And that's when the other homegirl went. She saw her dancing onto the thing. This thing's fucking, there's no light behind me. She went there dancing over the thing. And I'm like, dude, that's the only reason we went over there. And within seconds, dude, they were making out. And I was just like, I can't believe it. It's because I'm short. And I had to walk home that whole hour back with a new realization that I'm never going to be tall. I stunted my growth when I was wrestling, being bulimic. I regret it now. I don't understand it. Maybe I was always supposed to be this height. I'm not sure. I'm just topped out. I'm at 5'7". This is what I rung. You rung what you brung. If you're fat, if you're short. I'm the short, fat one. Natasha's the short, skinny one. Jeremy's the fucking tall. He carries the tall, fat. And that's how we ended up. We ended up like string beans, just the dynamics of size and weight. But I couldn't believe it. It didn't matter if he had a girlfriend. It didn't matter if he had a wife. It didn't matter if he was a serial killer. It doesn't matter if they're even safe. I've been watching these gold digger videos, and the chick had a fucking kid in the stroller and literally walked away from the dude because home dude spills out, 450 grand or something, piles of money, let it fall out of his briefcase. She's helping him pick it up and wanting to get in the Ferrari with him. Did that not upset you that she wanted to leave? He's like, yeah, man, a little. And I'm like, you're okay with that? And he's like, nah, man, I'm not okay with that. He's like, check it, bro. Let her take care of the kid. Let's me and you go for a ride. He's like, really, bro? He's like, yeah, man, me and you, let's go. And he took off with him in the Ferrari, or I don't know, it's a short, but I was just like, that's the switch up. If you have no honor, if you have no respect or no what's the word, loyalty, then you're gonna switch up your team all the time. You're gonna switch up on people. People are gonna see you. The one chick's like, oh my god, this is my friend. We're both married. Everybody's going to the birthday tomorrow. But when we go to the birthday, right in front of our husbands, check out this guy. This fucking cool. The beard and the fucking turban and all blue, going on a fucking electric skateboard. That was a cool look. Cool fit, bro. Where'd you get it? How much it cost? No, it was just one of those things where I was just sitting there going like, it took me 43 years to figure out that I'm short. There are going to be women that are going to walk past me like mannequins. They're going to be like a robot that didn't notice anything. And I was just like, wow, dude, that's a thing. It really is a thing. Or maybe I'm watching too many red pill videos where they talk about it. 6 foot. Like, what, really? This is my life. And I had to have a conversation with myself. Damn, look at his foot. It's all bruised and shit. It's all wonky. That dude just walked all close to me and shit. But anyway, that's what ended up happening. And I was just like, it took me 43 years to realize that I'm short and that it will be a disadvantage. It doesn't matter how much money I make. People are going to be attracted to what they're attracted to. And maybe you don't want people to be attracted to you because of your money or your popularity, your status, or something like that. And that's why someone said, Short Kings, you should be happy because you know that women only want you for you. And instead of wanting you for just your height, or wanting you for your values, or wanting you for your genetics. There's really just a want for genetics. This is like, I want tall kids. I have one chick going, I want D1 fucking college stars. She's like, I only want to fuck with, I want to have athletes. I want to be, my babies are athletes inside this uterus and this ovaries and these eggs. And I was just like, wow, that's what it is. You know, it is what you want. And then it's like women don't know what they want. They just follow emotionally. They're like, I just want a Chanel purse. That thing's worth $6,000. I just want it. And you're just like, that's not financially reasonable. I just want it. And you're just like, I want people in hell want ice water doesn't mean they're getting it kind of thing. And there it was. It was just like, wow, attraction trumps everything. It doesn't matter if you have a marriage, women will divorce your ass. It doesn't matter if you have children, they'll walk away from them and hop in a Ferrari. It didn't matter that we were all hanging out all night. All that shit went out the window in 30 seconds or less. And I showed me the values. You know, it was like, not for nothing, these are married women, and she couldn't wait to dance with other men. Now, it's cool if you got the husband at home and he's watching the kids and you get a night out. It's all cool, man. But by the time you get wild, because she dropped her, I think someone hit it out of her hand, but she dropped her wine and glass went everywhere. But she already had enough, and her friends were like, let's get her some water kind of look. But she was dancing with everybody. I called her 5 husbands because she's just danced with all the dudes. And I was just like, wow, man, that's what's going on. What's going on is everybody's trying to get what they want. There's no I in team. But as Kobe Bryant famously said, yeah, but there's a me. And yeah, it's a me society. It's not anything else. It's like, I think about my ex immediately and just like, instead of it being a we, it was a me. It was a us versus a we. And I was just, or us versus it was, her. And it was just like, wow, dude. There was no sacrifice. There was no honesty. She didn't tell her mom that she was pregnant. She didn't she already had divorced her husband and showed me that she not only could divorce me, but delete our baby. And just like that, emotionally, she could just say, I don't want to have this kid. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to be poor either. You know, like, I don't want to be poor, but it's what it is. I don't have any money. I got to fucking work for my money. I got to work on my vacations. I got to hustle. I got to create an international business while I'm on vacation. It's not even a holiday. It's a work holiday. It's me fucking busting my ass, making my fucking dreams come true because they ain't going to work unless I do. And this was just facts. And I was just like, wow, you know, I was starting to wonder why my pressure was rising up. I was starting to wonder why I was stressed. I thought it was my homie being OCD and not smiling and being critical of things, but it was literally the fact that these are the things, you know, like I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl I could call her. And that wishing is what my wanting is. But what I get is shorter chicks or chicks cheating on me or chicks deleting my kids. And it started putting me, not that I was jealous of her, but the first thing I woke up this morning and kind of thought about before last night is like, I lost. And I don't like losing. And I'm like, I lost simply because of genetics. And I'm like, for the rest of my life, I need to be aware that my genetics are what are part of the decisions. I thought that I was giving this girl the mole, that our child would share this mole and that they would have beautiful milky skin like her and we've been all this the same dark hair. And she was saying maybe red hair. And I'm just like, what? Unless you're sleeping with an Irishman, where the fuck did you get the red hair thing? And it's just fucking with me. It fucked with my mind a little bit, you know, that I could work all day, build an international business, have my friends involved with it. My family friends are taking it more seriously. They're getting licenses for distributing. They're talking to smoke shops. They're pushing the products that I picked, that I found. And because I took note and I said I'm going to fucking do something, they started taking action. Starting a little underground smoke shop and being their own retailers and all these other fucking things. And I was just like, see, that's where it's at. You know what I mean? That's where that ends up happening, is when it starts because you start. If I don't start myself up, if I don't start the morning motivation, people don't watch my show, but they, you know, people tune in. My buddy Dominic, he's like, yeah, I watch you, you know, sometimes I've been catching up on your journeys. And that's what it is me catching up on this journey and going like, fuck, dude, I saw a snapshot of my July and I went to like 7 different countries in 4 months. Like I've literally hauled ass all over Europe, being everywhere, ping ponging around, making my dreams a reality. And all that got trumped. All that got deleted. All of that went right under the fucking, right under the radar. And all that mattered was that short. And I have a tough time even saying that because I don't feel short. It's just what had happened. Do I know that I'm tall? No, I know I'm not tall either. So I'm not a delusional. It's just what do I accept of myself is maybe it's my ego. But when I looked myself in the mirror, I didn't feel short. I felt average, and that's what my buddy said. You're average height for most men. Now, do I want to be above average? Yeah, I feel like my work ethic is above average. You know, I feel like my values are above average. I feel like my character is above average, but my height isn't. You know, my money isn't, and my status isn't. So those three things that women seek the most, something to get from you, like why am I with this dude? Well, I could have tall kids, or well, he's financially stable, or he's popular on YouTube. There's a lot of things that a lot of women will all go after. They're all dating the same dude, and they do that every fucking time. They'll just be like, why are you with this dude? I remember seeing Destiny, this blue-haired weirdo woke dude. I don't know what to call him. A cuckold. Yeah, he's a cuckold. He's the dude that lets his wife fuck other dudes, and that seems to be the thing with Adam 22 and these guys blowing up and these kind of things. But it's like, you know what you did is you sold loyalty. Something that's not sold on shelves, you cashed in. And she's like, if she thinks she's really as less valuable because she's had one extra penis in her. And he goes, yes. The dude was like, yes. What kind of fucking weirdo shit are you on, dude? I don't care, dude. I'm gonna say the fucking truth. No, I don't want to share my chick. I don't want her getting banged out and cream pied by some fucking porn star. Even if I am a porn star, what's his name? What's your boy? The girl loves him. Miguel. It's not Miguel. It's damn, he made his girl open the gate. It's not Miguel. It's what? She's got her kids and shit. His name's not Miguel. It's Ferreira, and he is it Miguel Ferreira, the porn star? But he was like, I got my wife. He was on the show, and he's like, but I still have to work as a porn star, and it's part of our routine. Is like, I still get to bang anybody that I want on a regular basis, maybe 200 different women every year for a 10-year career, but I still have my girl and she don't get to fuck anybody. And she was an ex-porn star too. So it's just one of those things that I think he had 2 wives too, and they lived at different houses. They knew about each other. It was a whole ass deal. And they were married to the size queens out there. If I'm a short king, there's size queens that they're like, yo, as long as dude's hung, I'll put up with anything. As long as I can get a big old fucking dick, I win. And that's what it is. It's like, as long as I can get a tall guy or a big dick, or a big bag, or a rich guy, you know, I'm winning. And that's what they do. They walk through the whole thing. They want to win. They want to win the genetic lottery. They want D1 athletes. They want, as long as that happens, that's what wins. It's a sport, you know. It's one of those things where it's like, they got to feel like by sleeping with you that they're winning. And it's like, what did they win? Well, they're like, you know, I'm trying to figure it out. They want to, well, I won by having someone that takes care of me. Literally, it's the convincing of another human being to be a slave to another human being. You literally have to say, if women could do it, if they could sprinkle attraction on dudes, they would be doing it with NBA players. But the NBA players ain't falling for that shit. They're not falling for these strippers. They're not falling for these escorts. They're not falling for that shit. They got the wives in the stand and the girlfriend behind them, and they all know about each other. They're all part of the show. As long as the wives have the status in the first row or courtside seats, then they're the top bitch. And it's like, they didn't mind sharing as long as they won the prize. And that's what ends up happening. You end up seeing it as a prize. You're like, as long as I'm winning, as long as I got a tall man, or as long as I got a man with a bag, or as long as it's what I consider winning. And as long as I can point to the stands and go, yeah, that's my husband's jersey, then yeah, you know, it's all good. Yeah, he cheats on me, but he's 6'6". Yeah, he cheats on me, but he's rich as fuck. And it was like, yeah, he cheats on me, but he maintains my lifestyle. And that's what it is. We compromise ourselves, our loyalties, our friendships constantly. And I was just shocked by it, that like women won't ever get this, but it's all about loyalties. I had suspect loyalties, not only because she killed my baby, but she was married once. It was like, she didn't want to see her kids as a demerit. I kept calling them baggage, but she didn't even want to call them that. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's a lot. It's a lot to cost. It's a lot to time. It's a lot to energy to pick up someone else's sperm and raise them. And she was like, you didn't just lose one kid, you lost three. They would have adored you like I adored you, and da 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 da. And I care about you. And I'm like, no, you didn't, bitch. You cared about yourself. Like, you didn't care when I was in the fetal position. You didn't mind that you killed a seventh generation born child or unborn child, and you didn't mind that that you were lying to everybody and covering up for 5 months pregnant, already showing, but you didn't tell your mom the truth or tell anyone the truth. You kept it a secret because you knew you were going to delete it. And I was just like, man, this is some fucked up shit. That's why I smoke, man. I gotta smoke. Because it just trumps everything. So you could work all day, you can start international businesses, you can get websites up, you can get fucking content creators, you can get little minions together, you can fucking start international businesses, you can be in multiple countries, you can travel the world, you can work out, lose weight, feel great, and do all that other stuff. Be kind, be safe. Not be rude, and not be a drunk, not be on drugs, all these other things, and that should go right out the window, and she'll make out with a tall cokehead drug dealer, and you'll be like, what the fuck just happened? How did my girl get smashed up? Well, girls love what they want. If they want to feel a little danger and excitement, then they're going to go for the guy, the Mr. Right Now, and it's like, I'm here for a short time, not a long time type behavior. It's hookup culture. It's just like, oh shit, tall one, let me see if I can make out with them. And that's exactly what happened. She started making out with them for like fucking full on 10 minutes in the middle of the dance floor. The other married one was dancing with other dudes. And the other one walked off the pilot, the one that actually has some sense and sees that there is some responsibility in the decisions. I don't think that Metz is going to remember this, but now she's like, I want a family. And I'm like, isn't that what you just killed? You just killed two families. You killed the marriage that you had before, and you killed our chance at a marriage and our baby. So what's up? How are you going to be making families? And by the way, how are you going to be a family if you don't even have custody of your children? So it's just one of those things that totally confused me. It was like my ex Mary would say the same thing. I want to be married. And I didn't realize that she was going home and literally scrubbing and showering away all the sex that we had. So she felt it was a sin to have sex outside of wedlock because she's such a Bible thumper. But the whole time she was beating the brakes off of me for 3 years straight. I didn't know. The quickly ended after that, but I didn't know that she was doing that. I didn't know that she was finding it sinful. I just thought we were having a good time. And that's what ended up happening is like, people will take your time, they will take your energy, they won't reciprocate, and you got to find people that are willing to go to bat with you, willing to go to business with you. Say, all these friends and everybody's at the club or at the bar, and no one's talking about businesses or buying property. I'm that guy. I want to talk about business with my friends. I want my friends involved. I need appointment around the world. I won't be here forever, and what if somebody reorders? And I don't want to be in the sales business. I want to be in the reorder business. And I don't want to be in the negative business. I want to be in the positive business. I want to be the guy that's closing deals and moving forward. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's just me, but it still makes me a short king. You know what I mean? Still, sometimes I have bitches coming up to me in the club. Sometimes I got bitches making out with other dudes. It's happened to me before. I remember going to the drum circle, picked up a homegirl, and she ended up going with the six-pack tall guy, jumping in his and I ended up picking up someone else, and she came home with me, big old fake titties. It was just like, you ain't putting a notch on the belt with me on your belt, you know what I mean? I'm trying to put notches on my belt, and that's what you want. You want someone to think that they notched up, that they're winning, that by having you, you're a win-win instead of a loss or losing a baby or losing a relationship or losing love. And people do that all the time. They'll just cash in and they'll just say, fuck it, that's it. I'm all in. And I'm like, I give my all, all in, mind, body, and soul. I'm here to fucking work and win and put in the work and walk wherever I gotta walk and hurt my little feet and hurt my little big toe and make my willpower move me in directions that I'm proud of. I'm proud that I just started a business overseas. I literally got to make business cards all of a sudden I'm trying to make business cards. I'm making logos. I'm making emails. I'm fucking coordinating different countries, different languages. I'm fucking breaking barriers. I'm going into places that don't speak English and showing them my translator. Showing them products that they've never seen, selling products to people, that an expensive product, a premium product to a new market. Tying my name to name brands like celebrities, Bob Marley, fucking Mike Tyson. I'm hooking my name to a brand. I'm putting my face to it. And then women can still quit. My mom quit on my dad. I really believe that. Now, did he fucking break her nose in front of us? Was he an alcoholic? Was he being abusive? Was he fucking getting there? Yes. Was that my biggest fear, that I would end up like my father and abusive like him? Yes. Did I know that by being a short king, I can make women feel unsafe and me not being chosen? Wow. That I was unchosen, unfit to be a father? That my unborn child didn't have any rights and I didn't have any rights, and that my decisions didn't matter, and that both of us had the sex, but some of us can unwant sex. Wouldn't that be nice to like not have sex with some of the people that we've had sex with, and that they've seen you naked or had you in a vulnerable position, or you've allowed to be inside you, and you're just like, fuck, man, yeah, I wish there are some chicks that I didn't sleep with. There are women that I've had sex with that I will deny, you know what I mean? And it's just like that. So I'm on that level where I don't know what the fuck these dudes are doing, but they're like standing right next to me talking and shit. But it's that level, and I had to fucking wrap my head around it, and that's what I'm doing this morning. Is realizing for the first time that I am short, and that does trump everything. You know, my buddy even said it last night. I've literally had girls that go, you know, came over to me. They were with my friend the whole time and go, yeah, but I don't like short guys. He's like, what happened to my friend Miguel? Miguel gets deleted. What happened to my son? He gets deleted. What happens to my life? People can flesh it at any moment, and that's why I have to fight for it every day. I have to fight for my mental stability. I have to fight for my international business, and I have to fight for my willpower. And that's what it's all about. That's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of this message, do like, share, and subscribe. That's how the algorithm gets broken, and it's us versus the system. And I'm making content, so hopefully that leads to my wealth. I certainly do it for my mental health and just observations in general. You know, this is Men's Mental Health. Mental Health Matters. It's one of our mostly Saints shirts, Saints Addiction shirts. And, you know, get the shirt. I have a design. I haven't leaked it yet, but I will. I have about 10 designs that are coming out that no one's ever seen. And just staying on the scene, bro. Staying on the posts, staying on the fucking content and manifestation of what I want out of my life versus what's happening. So I take my buddy's advice, keep it pushing, just go keep making friends and stay the night and see what happens. I don't want second place. I needed to get home and get hydrated. That's the truth of it. And luckily this paracetamal's kicking in. And I needed it too because my brain was starting to fry like a fucking egg. And I was just in shock, literally split down the middle. So it happened. I keep it real on my show. There it is. And my buddy's like, well, don't be mad. He probably has a small dick. I was like, there you go. You know, whatever it is, bro, whatever helps you sleep at night. But I like the truth. And even if it tastes like a bitter pill, I'm swallowing it. Peace and love. And as always, chi gathon, that means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But most importantly, comment below. You know, have you ever been left by somebody because you were short or didn't have big tits or some kind of physical ailment or deficiencies? It happened with me. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.